And that's what I saw most of the time.
I mean, I think that's good for you.
That is stressful. And then I don't know phone episode.
I also have the iPad there.
You get me, guy.
I don't know.
So move from the why go boyfriend? Now when you tell me what was all why do you have an iPad?
I don't know how to put it here.
What for?
I don't know. Just to look.
Yeah,
I don't know, to look busy.
We're 10 minutes in.
Huh?
What do you mean look busy? You're supposed to be talking to me. Not the other way around. No,
What, Wanga? How do I look on camera? I came from Witbank, Wanga. I need to look.
Also, man, let's
I need to look nice.
What are you doing in
So
Witbank?
have we started?
Yeah, we've been.
So what? So in the intro, what are people going to be seeing?
You.
That whole thing of give me the iPad.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
What are you doing in Witbank now? You've been saying Witbank. And also with the TikTok videos, you've been saying. Even the guy combos at 15. Oh, hey, Witbank, this and that. Yeah.
Sure. I thought maybe we'd start with an intro or something.
That's an intro.
That's it. Like
you're used to radio, man.
We don't say my name. We just like
forget the name. Everyone knows you.
Okay. The question is Witbank. So what do we speak in English or Venda? Okay.
Be free. Be yourself.
Okay.
Follow.
Yeah, this feels like so. I got Moses there. Okay, let's do it.
I'm gonna laugh so hard to get detained. Yeah.
Okay, so Witbank is where I'm currently based in Witbank, but we move between Witbank and in Joburg.
Yeah.
But Witbank is where we mostly do the post-production there.
Oh.
And then whenever we have weddings this side, because we're mostly busy with weddings, then we come this side. Yeah.
And then why Witbank though? You could have stayed this side.
Yeah. Witbank, that's a personal choice.
Oh. He said it's cheap.
Maybe
Maybe that's the reason.
He said it's cheap.
Yeah, it's cheaper that side.
No, because
of which it is, I know.
Yeah, but looking at, slightly cheap.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. And then
also, but no, I also have a full-time job. So beside weddings,
that's what I was asking about when I said, "What are you doing at Witbank?" You're telling me about computer stuff.
Yeah, I got the full-time. I just don't want to just go deep into my full-time job, but I've got a full-time job. Yeah, I've got my full-time job.
Which is it something illegal, bro? The way you're saying it.
No, it's not illegal. We work in the security space.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so my full-time job working in the security space. So yeah, it's a lot of So that's why we just can't go deep because it's just in the security space. Yeah, but I'm heavily invested in the drone industry.
Yeah.
Yeah, so the security space more in the drone industry.
Oh, I get you.
Yeah, so like Witbank is more looking at the drone industry and security. You've got a lot of power stations, you've got a lot of mines.
Oh, so you need to be on the lookout all the time.
Yeah, so we're mostly based there on my full-time job, and then we also have the wedding going on.
Okay.
Yeah. And
then also your bio says you're based in Joburg in Cape Town, not even Witbank. What are you doing in Cape Town? Or is it an old thing?
No. Cape Town is where is where we want to establish our base. Like we want to be in Joburg and Cape Town. So it's more on the wedding filmmaking side. For example, if you would call us to shoot a wedding in Venda, would most probably charge transport from
Joburg.
Joburg. Yeah, but if we get a wedding in Cape Town, we don't charge any transport. So the team sees how it gets there. So yeah, the places where we really want to fully be established, where we don't charge transport, it's Cape Town and Venda. Yeah, but I mean, we've never had a wedding in Cape Town. So that's the next goal we have to say we need a wedding in Cape Town. The last wedding, I think we've done every province except Western Cape. Which province haven't we? Yeah, we haven't done Western Cape. So Western Cape is where we want to see ourselves. We did Northern Cape, Kurman. was a nice wedding, but it was hot. And
I was about to say that. That was the thing.
It was hot. No. Our cameras don't overheat. Yeah. And I think that's another thing. I don't know. So do we have a section where we go into the wedding filmmaking side, or
don't worry, I'm here for you. You are here for answers.
Okay. Yeah. I mean, our cameras don't overheat. I think it's one of the things that it's one of the big things that clients don't know, that cameras overheat. I think when we were beginning, we had a moment where, when we were just starting, we had a moment where one of the cameras overheat. And then from that moment, I knew that we had to invest in cinema cameras which have fans and don't overheat, because then we didn't want that.
Okay, I get you, man.
Yeah.
But then anyways, to you guys watching now, no run up cut, because Rotoma no tangana and I thought that they paid and everything. But then we coming at you live from Panda Studios, but they offer all the services, like your podcasting, yes, we are doing so, and then also video streaming, production, vital also. And if you want to contact them on 010-023-2939 or info@pandastudios.com. Bramfontein, 38 Mele Street. So easy to find. Building an AFU management house if you wanna visit them. So Namsi, I got this person.
Can you also go live?
Nah.
Oh, because it hasn't been.
Yeah. An episode with the phone. Yeah, but as I was still saying, this episode is brought to you by MR21. Whenever offer all the services that we always speak about, also the funerals, the insurance, anything, man. Is like funeral related. Just contact them on 015-151-0251 or 0252. And then, they will assist you in any manner, man. But then there will be a banner, there's a number, cell. And then if you contact them anytime, 24/7, they're always online. They'll answer to you. So, back to you, man.
I think another thing, man, shout out to Panda, man. This studio is nice, eh? Like, this is...
you did say you want to be a presenter.
This is proper stuff. Like,
what's nice here? What's nice?
I mean, from the cameras, it's high-end cameras, the lighting, the setup, this is it, This is like,
Do you wish to have something like this also yourself?
Yeah, but...
something in the pipeline?
Yeah, I mean, we've got a podcast also coming up. In I think 3 months, 4 months, we've got a new podcast coming up. Yeah, I think. Yeah, I've just seen a gap there in the podcast world.
And then what's the genre there?
The genre is it's about marriage and all that. Yeah. So I think one of the
already you want to be an expert.
No.
You couldn't wait, ne?
No, I mean, I'm not going to be giving the advice, but so we're going to be just doing, I work with a lot of couples, so all of the couples we've been working with, we'll just be calling them back in, just having a heart-to-heart conversation. I think...
The guys you shot during the
wedding? Guys are shot, yeah. I think a big place where I saw in the market that there's a gap, and I feel like it has to be filled, is that, right now, if you go on social media... there's not a lot of, I think a lot of content, maybe it's the content I'm seeing, but a lot of content you see on social media right now, it's either telling you about how it's not wrong to have multiple partners, a lot of, a lot of content doesn't talk about committing and the beauty behind commitment, so I think that's the line we want to take to just show that, marriage works. I think because I shoot a lot of weddings, you just get to love. You get exposed to all these beautiful stories, because then I can see if I wasn't attending weddings, I wouldn't maybe I wouldn't be not getting married now, I don't know, but I think I would.
You're inspired by those guys that you shot?
I was definitely inspired by them. Like, you get to really see genuine love, which you wouldn't see in the comfort of your house. I mean, if you are seeing genuine love, you'll most probably be seeing it in a movie, you know, but when you go there, I've met amazing couples, couples that...
Wasn't there enough love, Muvhango?
No, that love was dramatic. No, that love was dramatic.
Because you could have learned there, like, I'm going to get married now. Also Zayn, so...
No, that was dramatic. Now that one, no, Muvhango, there was no love in the story. Yeah.
Okay, it's actually. Let's start here. We'll get to the wedding. Obviously, you're here for it. Okay. So, people know you from Muvhango. If at some DB, probably is because you are that young. And I mean, never run a rim divom kana come Muvhango. Akatrova shtukana ketch. Never thought I would sit with you or Ramba. Do you consider yourself a celeb also after that?
I think during the phase.
Yeah.
Oh, story of my life. I think during the phase of acting, I would say I got the celebrity status, but in Venda. Because then, in Venda, I think I was not a big thing, but slowly coming up.
Yeah.
But when I came to Witbank, to Joburg, because I went to UJ, excuse me, when I got to Witbank, but wait, so majority of the people who watch, is it like they don't, what is it, English, Venda? I know I'm asking this for the second time.
People, they know everything, man. It's vendors, you know. Even if you speak in Sushi, they'll still understand.
They'll still understand.
Yeah, so be free.
Okay, yeah. During the
so you're like, damn, now I need to make up for it. Because why would you ask that? Yeah, more like it. But I was not complaining again.
Yes, okay. So when I came to UJ, some people would recognize me, some would not. Mara Venda, when I was still an actor, that's where if I would meet 10 people, maybe 7 would recognize me, 3 wouldn't. In Joburg, maybe 4 to 3 would recognize me, and then the rest wouldn't. But the moment they do recognize me, then I get that celebrity kind of treatment, you know. So
yeah, and then how did you get the gig?
Muvhango.
How does it come about?
Quite a beautiful story. I think it comes way back. So, nduri watu Muvhango votumabaita audition rotoma Venda, and then that's the audition, and then they gave me callbacks. So callbacks just means you are one step there, because then you'll do auditions na vatu wote. They give you a callback, and then they gave me a callback. They're like, okay, I did callback in the audition afute there, and then they said, you know, I feel like I'm screaming and the mic is just here.
No, you're why not sure?
No. I think
your voice is audible.
Thomas, you know, I can tell you I'm getting tired because I'm screaming a lot. So I think
no one told you to scream also. Remember that.
Come again?
No one told you to scream.
I don't. So he'll tell me if I'm screaming. Okay.
Yeah.
So it must be comfortable. Yeah. So and then that is the audition. After doing those auditions, they said they'll call me back. And then 3 months passed by. They didn't call me back. I was hurt. 6 months. Yes, the man was
6 months.
Yeah,
no call back, yo.
No call back. I think I got to a point where I gave up on acting. Gauri, my acting journey started at church. I think, come to think about it, a lot of people's talents get discovered at church. You know.
Yeah.
So that trauma, and then after that time, I gave up on acting. Like I totally gave up, and I hated it. Like I hated acting. And then watu wa parapara badabaita audition. Watu wa parapara wachita audition. I had given up on acting. And then that's why I thank my dad. My dad is amazing. Ezi zichitiwa wasembusi wandu kwenye goyana. Watu ntuma nguru posi divonda dohana. Watu ntuma bari. Yano ito audition. So you know, now you can't say no.
Yeah, exactly.
Nigo to room yours. So I remember I went this year. Ndabanda situbesana ndaba ndikophandala nendabhala ini nendatua ndandarenga Ndamulelo, but I wasn't invested. And then ndadzita with G wasa when watch Bure and I mean Bure was the lead character there, so I was like the son there.
Yeah, the crazy one.
Yeah, and then
the crazy dad, yeah. Yeah,
and then the love for acting and the belief came back to say, you know, I shouldn't give up. And then Muvhango badabaita doing audition. So at that time I was already yeah. Ndadzita zile audition bambudimpa call back. And then after getting that call back, then they like, after so much time we'll contact you. And then this time they did contact me. And then so that's the audition. It's never via that's how I got in. Yeah. But I think if there's anything to take out of it is never give up. I think I know everybody's saying never give up, but I mean, I was lucky that I had a dad, a father who could pick me up when I'd given up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then also they take you now, Shabarayati, and then now you go there. You need to start acting. Take me through the first day of acting now.
The first day was quite amazing. I mean, I left Venda with my dad.
He's always been there, ne?
Yeah. And I think the biggest thing was like, growing up, Muvhango was the household show. Like,
did you just call it Muvhango? No way. No, you didn't say Muvhango. No. No, Nico Hana.
Muvhango.
Yeah, Muvhango. Yeah. Yeah, that's good to use fine, Muvhango. Yeah.
Muvhango. But it doesn't flow when you're speaking English. And then my dad, Muvhango. What?
Yeah, my dad we went there, Muvhango. Something like that. But it's okay. That's how you guys call it now.
Yeah, and then it was just amazing, Ore. 9 o'clock each and every night. This is what we watch. Like, I don't know, but my household was like that household. 9 o'clock, Muvhango. So 9 o'clock, Muvhango. Yeah. And then the first time I went there, ndikobona boba fuwi, ndikobona Tandaza. But I think I didn't see Tandaza on the first time. Ndichia studio. Ndikobona boba fuwi, bosuzeni. It was such a beautiful moment for me. Like, it was like that dream had come true, And then the first time shooting, I think Ras and Azera Kwambara Kosko Santana Pass. Yeah, I don't know what this is. I don't even remember, but there was nothing happening. Like Rar Kosko Chimbira Mara. Yeah, that was one of the amazing days because then it's like I'm here. This has been a dream.
The start of your celebrity status. Kind of.
Yeah, but at the time it was more of this is what I've always dreamed for, Yeah.
I mean, also one character, ni wana royal, like you said. So that thing comes, I think, with a lot of challenges because now if I'm to be taken, I've kind of been the acting and then I mess up a line, I can always come back with another line in Iran. But then sometimes Sunday, you need to know that language. How was it for you?
It was challenging.
Yeah.
Ndure, I remember the first time this year. I also went Namisanda nepa Venda, just to learn more about my character.
Oh yeah.
Utoba Angei, you've got a script that's guiding you, so then there's not so much pressure. Ngauri, everything must, you can add what you want, Mara. You also need to align with the script. Yeah. So I mean, if the script was quite modern, it wasn't like your typical. What you've got your typical idea of maybe Mwanam Sanda so that one was much more modern, so it wasn't that bad.
Yeah, but then would you survive someone on Sanda out of television? I've even gone through all that. Would you survive?
It wasn't that deep. Yeah, I mean it wasn't that deep into. Yeah, it felt a little bit modernized. Yeah. So.
Okay, what is it that you learned from Ela Misandina and that you expecting Muvhango you didn't see?
Utova nake ni la misanda ndichia atingoto ya ndundichia ndobo zoto consult mara atingoto kono utodzura ndabona how they live their day-to-day life.
Yeah.
Maybe they also live their day-to-day life as modern. Mara I don't have quite a good experience utowa msanda sanda. Yeah, pala mara I don't have a good experience.
Naya comes on here. I don't want to go sweep.
Mara arungota kana ndiva koma zvilafshu mara chauru.
Ndakotamba zezuru shango nakali.
Yeah, arungota maybe that's also misleading. Arungota msanda sanda kana ndroba na bakoma. I think my dad took me there Muvhango.
Hey, your dad has been invested in you, too. That's a good thing, man.
Yeah, I mean,
for a dad even, you know what people say about dads.
Yeah, and I think that's a narrative we need to change. Yeah, that's really a narrative that me, you, somebody listening, we need to do something about it.
Yeah.
But I think, when you also look at the content we are producing, it doesn't give, it doesn't stimulate the change we want to see, When you go on all the social media platforms, like we've made it fancy to not be in committed relationships, and you can't, be that present dad fully when, you're not also committed to the mother. I think it's good for a child to be raised in a family with the mother and father in the same place. But if we don't make commitment fashionable, then we're not going to get there.
Seems like you're fond of love, eh? You really are. You've been saying that. But you're not sick. Love. Yeah,
I'm quite passionate about it now. Yeah.
Only now. Okay, it's fine. So, back to Muvhango, and then now you become this person and you're big. Right? Yeah. So, how are people receiving you? And then also, who was more happy for you than yourself?
And also, in that note, whenever we are going through the interview, if you've got tips and tricks for me, the moment I become a podcaster, you can just give me a tip to say, maybe just don't do this. I'd love that.
Yeah, don't worry, I'll do that.
Okay.
I'll mentor you. There's a better way to ask for it, Mara. I'll do it. Mara, you need the help. So, yeah, you were saying what's more happy for you now that you are this person and then people are seeing each and every day at 9 o'clock?
I think my family, like my parents and my sisters, they were quite happy. Yeah, they were quite happy, Yeah. But I'd say I grew up more closely with my two sisters and my parents, so I had friends, but I didn't have like close friends, but yeah, it's mostly my family. And I think on that note, or maybe we'll get to that question. Let me just reserve what I was going to say for, You
never know. You can always say it, man. If you said
that, I think one of the most challenging parts of my life was when it all ended, because it was quite hectic. I think something is in my eye. Like there was something that's...
No, it's okay. You can cry, man. Yeah, but that we can cut.
I think just to ask, a lot of people were happy. Mara, I think the reason
they were
why
happy that you left.
No.
Oh.
When I got the role.
Oh, okay.
Mara, I only mentioned the people I think I've had a lot of people in my life. Mara, one thing I realized, Nduri, while I was at the height of my career, it can be very misleading on who's got your corner. Like when I was acting, I had a lot of people around me, a lot of people. But then the moment it all faded out,
everyone left.
Yeah, like it sounds, don't realize when you always hear it, Uri. No, when things are good, you've got people. When things are bad, I didn't believe it. Hey, I saw it firsthand. Saw it firsthand. And
I can imagine, man.
Yeah, I saw it firsthand.
The girls are gone. Didn't you get that as a celebrity? When they come into you now?
They were. Obviously. Yeah, I think I was one of the people that I didn't have a lot of chats. I didn't talk much. I wasn't quite a talker with ladies. I didn't have good chats. But yeah, when the acting comes, you don't even need to talk.
Yeah.
But yeah.
And then how does that make you feel now? At what everyone is gone.
I think for me the most depressing part was that because then I did my matric there, and then I got film and television.
Oh yeah.
So the reason for me to study film and television was I want to be a better actor. Now I'm acting there, I'm getting the experience on screen. I want to also understand what happens behind the screen, which will make me a much more complete actor. So you can only imagine if I should have put it on silent So I want to go to Tomo podcaster.
No, it's okay. Our phone is silent. They should always ring. You never know who's gonna call and give us a scoop.
Oh, okay.
That's tip number 1 for your podcast.
I feel like it's distracting though.
To you, to us, it's what we need because we never know.
Oh, okay. But I mean,
yeah.
Okay, yeah. So, what was I? Yeah.
Speaking of how people left,
how
it made you feel.
Yeah. So this is Zore. I studied film and television because I want to be an actor, and I think the most difficult thing, especially when you're a vendor, Ndure, if you wanted to be an actor, I mean, if you were not acting, there was nothing bigger than Muvhango.
Yeah.
Well, there still isn't,
Yeah.
Like if you want to be an actor and you're a vendor, the highest you will get with Ndika Muvhango, unless you speak English, but then now you also have a problem, Yauri. Dingasikono yaka uzalo, ngauri atikoni namba lungulwamba, unless ndikoto dasa Venda sakoni, then I can get a part. So I think that was also another depressing part of it, Yauri. Arandofa Kamuvhango, where do I go? Because then now, like, Ndaya, I think at the time, Chubulingana was like the second big thing. Ndaya ka Chubulingana, put the pure, rightfully so,
I wonder, Marana the Bantumbu, man. Ningabantumbu, nifana nae.
Okay.
Yeah, say what you want to say. No. I think I don't much. And I'm not as to them. And the way you're going to go, yeah, but then. I'm not a defining Runya. But then also, why did they kill your role, man?
I don't know.
You don't know?
Yeah, I think it was the directors. I don't know. Because sometimes you find Uri, they write the character, Uri Udofa at this particular time.
Point,
yeah, and then, that was the particular time. Boy,
don't you think maybe that was the case? Because if they had to, if I for no actor, they could have gotten someone and replaced. We've had Peko Banji Bondaramu. We've had like 3 of those guys.
Well, I mean, I was good. I know I was good, I was good. I do know that it wasn't a capability.
Oh, yeah.
But yeah, I know I was good, but...
Do you know was it you? Can I was no?
I don't know.
I don't know.
No, I think I fought with Chilo.
Oh.
I don't remember.
Oh, which was the one?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think it was a verbal argument, but we never really tussled. Yeah, I think so.
And then after that, they kill your role and all that. And I mean, do you still watch Muvhango now? Or you're like, hey, I'm out of you guys, so I might as well.
No, it would be depressing me. I wouldn't watch it.
Right.
Yeah, it would have been depressing. No, it would have been depressing for me.
And then do they still watch it at home?
No.
No, who is as if use, man. Imagine how many people left Muvhango.
Yeah, I don't know. For some reason, they stopped watching it at home. I don't know.
I think just everyone stopped, man. Not just we.
Nah.
Okay, speaking of that, people are saying the standard Shambango that time. We were in each other. Even after you left, see, there was a point in a Rarka the bone, and then okay, I think the writer Kotomo lose a plot. I mean, that's what people are saying. That's what I used to say also, and I still say it even now. So, do you think that was the case also? Nishko fanga watu because no rena charo ubonesa.
Yeah, personally, when I look at the South African industry, I mean, we do have some good shows. Mara, I know the feeling of watching I think Suits was the first. Have you watched Suits?
Yeah.
It was the first series I mean, you watch that thing, the moment it ends, you want to watch the second episode. Yeah. You don't get that. You don't get that in South African soapies, Like sometimes it feels like you're watching it, there's nothing else to watch, So I really think Uri on the no,
not yeah. 2 different things, man. Yeah, no. Okay. You should always be on.
Okay, so yeah, during when to end, I found out what is it? One thing I always had in media South Africa or the storyline we can do better. You watch those American series, they glue you down. Yes, and I've got a habit these days that when I'm watching Netflix, I put my time on 10 minutes because I don't want to watch more than 10 minutes. So I tell my TV, hey, I'm going to watch this thing for 10 minutes because I know if I don't do that, I'm going to watch, I'll sit down to say I'm going to sit for 10 minutes, sit for 50 because then their storyline is
It's just that
yeah.
good.
So what I always tell people on a storyline, when it comes to storytelling, so that I tell a lot of the guys I work with and some of the students we work with that you mustn't shoot something or write something for the purpose of just shooting it. Like it must be something that moves the story forward. If we can cut out a scene that was 1 minute 30 seconds and the story still makes sense, then cut that thing out. It means it's not moving the thing forward. So you've got a lot of kids shows and you find a scene about Mutola's video of Regine. I mean, and then that doesn't tie to a bigger plot. Then it's like, don't write that. If it doesn't move the story forward, cut it out.
So would you say you're glad that after 28 years now, Muvhango is coming to an end for good?
No, that would be quite spiteful of me. I'm not happy, I'm not happy.
But then would you have wished for like a better writer or something along those lines?
I think the same writers have the capability to do more, Yeah, but I mean, I'm not experienced writing. I'm not an experienced writer. I mean, I think they are good writers more than me, but I feel maybe a better job could have been done.
Yeah, who was the writer during your time?
I didn't know them.
Was it Pathu kana Pathu or after?
Yeah, I think Pathu was there, but I never got to meet any writers. Yeah, but I think at the time we were there, maybe I'm very biased, but I think the writing was good.
Yeah,
I don't think the writing, but the writing is a bit the time we were still there.
Yeah, I don't remember.
I think maybe it's a recent thing.
Yeah. And then also there's that thing in Muvhango now. It's a Venda thing. So you remember the time your focus do you think also that played a role to interest Muvhango?
I might be a bad person to ask because I had stopped watching it. So I might be very misleading.
Let us go on job bad in no. Just so you know, because that is Chavona. And then the way you died, man, like, do you think that was a better way for you? Because I feel like also, in as much as for correct and I mean, but I would want to be dead, man. I would rather say comes up and don't meet things like that, man. Would you have wished for that if in you had the choice to choose come to Sanga in the Kambango?
Hey, I would have wanted to die either way. Like the whole thing that I'm already dead. It doesn't matter whether I'm
no, but
by cow,
okay,
I'm dead.
No, something like that is fine. Not not to know far boogies and all that. You see into Rufuna
Bendupia.
Karazia Fu. The way she died. Everything. I mean, like
Rufuna offers a true offer. Yeah, I think offer Kale.
At what age did you join Muvhango?
I was in grade 10. Maybe I should have been 16.
Yeah, probably 16.
Yeah, 16. Yeah, somewhere around 16.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's when I joined.
And then Jambore, as you know, you're done with Muvhango. I mean, so are you hoping for Urihude comes in a series, comes Venda, not Muvhango, with other writers and other storylines? So would you want to act on that if you're there?
I mean, I still love acting.
Oh.
I'd still love to act. Yeah.
Okay, at least, now that you still love to act, did you go to school for this thing and you're like, this is just talent, this is what I do? So not
You mean at the time, Kana University?
At the time. You should not join, were you like...
No, at the time, this is so actor, it's Kirkin.
So what you does, baby.
Yeah, and then what Kirkin about the Kusur, no, wakono actor, I mean...
And what Kirkin, remember, sometimes they will lie just to rebone it.
Well, I think I was good though.
Oh, yeah. Which role did you play at church?
Yeah, we had different stories.
The best one you played? Because obviously now you're not gonna say, now I've played this and you don't know yes.
Quite frankly, when we're acting at church, we're not. I don't go to act as stories yes. Yeah. So, mara na mungwana wa kerken ya shone u actor yasongandelia would that kid is good. Like she's actually quoting verses the way they are.
What did Rambo yes or some magazi?
No. It's not that we are saying Jesus was a woman.
No, I get it. I'm just saying
yeah.
that a lady.
Yeah, I mean,
yes.
that's if those are the kids you have, you know. I mean, if you need to act Jesus being born and you've got
a few guys at church.
12 kids and maybe 8 are ladies, and maybe the kids are not fitting the role of, you know, because then I think the biggest thing there is what she's saying, you know, she's quoting word for word, you know, so not really about the person, but more of what's coming out.
Okay. And then you leave Muvhango, everything is done. We don't know where you are all these years. And then out of nowhere, then there's like Slate production. What is it called? In a 80? AM, I mean.
Authentic.
Or Authentic?
Authentic Slate. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. So the idea is I'm going to do all these things now as a production. Because no need a filmmaking here and there. But then you need an idea, I want to start my own thing.
I think the moment I died, I realized already.
Sounds wrong, Mara. Yeah, continue.
Like a lot of people would always say, put us on. Like when I get to Venda, kids who wanted to be in my position would look up to me. Hey, how do we become like you? And isn't it Muvhango? I saw how I saw a problem to say, hey, someone in Venda umbona nendika position yanta. Mara nendika position, I myself am stranded, I don't know where to go.
Yeah.
You know, it means it's really bad because if I'm on Muvhango and I just died and I don't know where to go, what more a young kid who's in Venda? I mean, she's in deep trouble. So I think right then, that's when the mentality changed to say, because I also studied film and television, let's create these opportunities. The sad reality was, Ndofa Muvhango, there's nowhere as a Venda speaking person, who are doing film to the extent where, so then the goal became, okay, let's create those opportunities, you know. There are no platforms, let's create the platforms. And then that's when we started shooting Amanda. I mean, at some point in time, we started shooting, what you call it? Ukojolana. I think we did Ukojolana. We did Ukojolana.
Yeah, Venda.
Yeah.
I didn't even watch it, man. Zig has the clip on it.
No, man, if you go watch it, you'll see it was proper.
Where is it?
It's on YouTube, yeah.
I must check it.
No, it's like proper stuff, like proper, the Bruce were cooking.
Yeah.
No, it's proper. No, it was
Things
proper.
like
It was, So, and then that's when we started, you know, being more behind the scene. And the idea has been, let's create the opportunities, you know?
Yeah.
Because then there's no opportunities, we might as well create them. And then that's when Slate came about.
And where does Slate come from? Where does the name come from? Your name, Slate, what's that?
My favorite equipment was a slate, a clapperboard. Some know it as a clap. You know what a slate is?
And then...
Yeah, that's a slate. The clapperboard. Yeah. I mean, turn up. Yeah, sin one take one, market.
Slate.
That's a slate.
The authentic one, yeah.
Yeah, so I loved that thing with all my heart. And then the first equipment we bought was a slate. Okay. And then...
I think that was my first also, funny enough.
Okay. That was your first name?
Yeah, no, the first equipment
the first thing it was a slate?
Yeah, I think so, because it was cheap. I got it China Mall. I was like, let me buy this thing. It might motivate me. But then I had a clipboard also.
Yeah, ours was not cheap. The slate we bought,
mine was cheap. Very cheap.
Mine was not. Mine was not. Yeah, mine was proper. I didn't go to China Mall and like.
No, you were getting paid. Remember before? Were you getting paid also?
Yeah.
Was the money good?
Yeah, like I think it was relatively good. I don't know if that's English.
Yeah.
But
then I'm gonna know what relative to what your age.
Relative to my age. At my age, that was good. You know, I know at the time I was rocking 4-piece Adidas suits. Yeah, like I was.
How much was it, man?
Well, I mean, I was a what you call. So you've got full-time actors. I mean, I think I can disclose it because I died long ago.
Yeah, no one cares about the
look
salary
at you.
now.
Look at you hyping me up. Oh my God. You're hyping me up. Yeah, nobody cares. Say it all.
I don't know. Trust me, no one cares about your great. You've been a great salary. Nah, man. That's like 10 years ago.
You just hype.
Nah, I mean, for the figures, how much are you getting?
Okay, maybe let me not say me.
No, let's talk about you, man. Let's not talk about other people. What was your biggest check? Maybe let's just say that.
Well, so you've got an extra. Hey, being an extra is hard. You know what an extra is?
Yeah, I know.
What is an extra?
I'll call Donibidza when I need you.
No.
The tomato sauce and my chips. If it's yours, it's fine. We can still have that.
No. An extra usually comes with if you or go shoot a senior kitchen, and then you need waiters that are just. So excuse me.
Can I lift it? You're saying about
Yeah, those are extras.
Yeah.
So I think the bad part there is you need. I mean, sometimes you are lucky and you get recognized, but sometimes you're not. So you've got that call actor. I might be wrong now because I was in the industry long ago.
Yeah,
for like a veteran that got nowhere. But yeah,
yeah.
You've got a call. You've got that, and then you've got a call actor, and then you've got permanent actors. I think.
Yeah.
I think this is misleading. I don't know. I think from the little knowledge I have, I would classify them as extras, call actor, and permanent actor.
Yeah,
so
which only makes sense. Yeah.
as a call actor, Nduri, you're not an extra. You are more than an extra, but you get a call rate. For example, would say per day, if we call you, you'll get 1.7. I forgot. I think maybe I got to 1.7 at some time. I forgot. I don't know.
Per day, right?
Yeah, I think I got to 1.7 or 2.5, but I forgot. It's been long ago. So then, let's say my call time was 1.7. Then it means every time they call me, I'll get that 1.7. So how much I earn depends on how many times they call me. So if they call me 5 times, I'll get
1.7
times 5. Yeah, and then if you're a full-timer, then you would just get a salary to say, no, you earn this much. So I think at the time it was a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, if you're saying that, then yeah, makes sense. So
Yeah.
And then also now, numbers already now to shooter the ukojolana na minti. But then I think for someone ane current osco very there's always people saying, no, you need to start small, up until you grow big. Rene, I think with us in Nosco is this other big production company. So would you say last was planner before I want to be this big? Because I never saw your small range in so.
We've been pushing, eh? I mean, if you go on, I couldn't believe it. But we shot, the first music video we did was Venda.
You did music videos also?
Yeah, we shot Venda music video. I think is it 4 years ago now? Have you seen it? Is it now 4 years ago?
Muvenda ndinyi?
Muvenda
Venda. Is it you?
The Tangi Wanga
yeah. I know the song.
Yeah, I shot that music video.
Oh.
I did the music. I think that was 4 years ago, maybe 3. So, and yeah, we have been in the Udoba, we became popular by weddings, but I mean, we had been shooting. Like we had been
in that, yeah.
We had been shooting, yeah.
And then who trusted you with their wedding? The first person to like, okay, it's fine, I'm gonna give you the shot, and then you shoot him.
The first person was my manager. So on my full-time job, I had a manager, and he knew I loved shooting, and then he's like, he hooked me up with one of my managers, and then it's like, come shoot, and then I went to shoot, and then that was the very first wedding we did, and it came out very good. I was panicking. I'm like, I don't have this, I don't have that. I was panicking a lot. I'm like, I don't want to do it. But yeah, we did that wedding. It came out beautiful. It's still a beautiful wedding. Like it was an amazing wedding. We made magic. And that was the first time we made magic. And
then thereafter, what happens? But what because they see the good thing that she did, or they saw your prices. Because also remember, with pricing, you can determine, oh, okay, this person can give me like quality service.
Well, I mean, the way we're shooting, we are shooting, we create cinematic wedding films. And what that means is that a lot of what people are doing right now is that people right now are shooting, a lot of what people are shooting is like wedding type of music videos. Like if you think about a wedding, you'll most probably be thinking about someone playing music and someone showing visuals, you know? I call that the music video wedding. I call that the music video wedding filming, you know? And then where we come in to tell a story. You know, so I mean, we do have those shots where you see elegance and, but at the heart of it, we're quite interested in the story. You don't watch your favorite movie. What's your favorite movie?
I think The Karate Kid.
The Karate Kid.
Movie, right? Yeah.
Why is it your favorite movie?
Man, I don't know, man. I just love it. I would watch it again and again without getting bored.
Beautiful. So, at the heart of it.
Now, that's the second thing now. Podcast. Yeah, you're good.
Okay.
Yeah, but let's continue.
But I told you I need my iPad here.
No, we're not doing that.
Come on, give me my iPad.
Hey, it's not about that. You actually speak like Kevin Hart. Have you realized that?
I'm a big fan.
Really? It's a good one. Yeah.
I think when I was in university, I used to say that I wouldn't marry a lady that doesn't love Kevin Hart because I loved Kevin Hart.
I think that's the thing also, man. But then we'll get to that. How did it get there?
Yeah. So and then in the wedding filmmaking space, every time what happens is after watching a movie and you say I love this movie, you don't mean I love shots.
Yeah.
You don't walk into a movie and come out feeling a sense of feeling from the shots, but it's all about the story.
Yeah, true.
What makes a story beautiful is the story itself, not the shots.
Yeah.
So now you've got that element which is missing. People want to shoot the deco and everything. I mean, in 5 years' time, you won't care about the deco.
Yeah.
In 5 years' time, when you sit down to watch your wedding with your family, you don't want to see the food. You want to see the people. Sometimes somebody passes away and people go back to the video and then they get to relive the moments because they are seeing people.
Yeah.
It's good to have all those amazing shots, drones coming in and out, but at the heart of it, it's the story that moves. When I watch my wedding film, I'm going to be watching me saying vows, So that's an element that a lot of people, that's a gap in the industry to say, people are not shooting it right. And another thing is, to shoot it right is expensive. When we are shooting weddings, I usually have about 3 to 4 mics running, and I mean, that's a lot of mics running, and the reason for that is audio is half the picture. When we say, audio is literally like you can watch a video that has bad visuals and good audio, but it's difficult to watch a good video with bad bad audio.
Yeah.
It's very bad, That's
the
why
same way people can listen to this podcast now, watch anything, but then they wouldn't want to see it.
It would, yeah.
True.
So at the heart of it, the story is what's important. And then that's where we come in, and a lot of our clients love us because we focus on the story. I've got a client, I recently shot their wedding and they gave me some beautiful footage of the first day they got together, and it is so beautiful because imagine here's where we started, now we are here, that's the story. And I think the moment we work with a lot of our clients, you get to understand why they'd call us because they care about the story.
Yeah.
A lot of the clients we get care about the story. That's at the heart of it, because then it's not about, they care about the story. That's why there's nothing special. Yeah.
And then with all this effort, how expensive are you? Because also you're speaking of how expensive you are it is to shoot this whole thing, the equipment.
I think we're not expensive. I think we're still running at a loss. Yeah, I mean, we're not expensive because then the cost of production is very high. I think the problem we are facing in the industry is that a lot of people are. How much do you think to shoot a wedding cost?
I think, I've seen one that's like 25, but then I think if one can go to 50, I would expect something good. I don't know, man. I don't know how these things work.
Wow.
How much are you charging?
Wow, that is quite a lot.
50?
Yeah.
For your effort?
Yeah.
Because, look at Maginyati. Now let's look at Maginya's equipment. And I'm like, if
okay,
this guy
you are well informed. You are well informed. Yes, you are. I understand.
I'm more exposed
you are
to guys like you.
You are exposed. Yeah. You are exposed to say, when it's 3 cameras like this, I mean...
It's a lot.
Because
I know the prices of each camera
now. Like if this man would charge me, I don't know, 10,000 to rent out this. I mean, it makes sense, you know.
Yeah.
But if you don't know how much that camera is, you'd think. So a lot of the clients don't know, you know.
Yeah.
And then right now in the market, you go to say you want to shoot a wedding. Maybe someone will say 2,000. Maybe someone will say 5,000.
Do you know how much I thought you were charging?
Yeah.
Probably almost 75.
No, who's gonna call us?
I don't know, man. People with money.
Nobody.
People who need quality.
Eh?
People who need quality.
Here in South Africa.
Okay, in Zimbabwe, you were there. Not so long ago.
Oh.
Okay, what's the most expensive wedding you've done?
I don't think we are there yet, you know, because like I honestly feel like where we are now, and it's a big problem to say when you charge correctly, nobody would come. And the reason nobody would come would be you get to 10 videographers, all of them say 5,000, and then there's this one who's charging this much. And you're like, why is he charging this much? I'm just going to go to so because of all that competition, if we're going to charge this much and people are charging this much, then we are forced to come a little bit here. And then the problem with that is that now we don't break even, like we don't make any profit from it, you know. I mean, for us, the cost of shooting a wedding, if we were to rent out our own equipment per wedding, that would be like 9,000 to rent out equipment, you know. Now you've got petrol out, you've got guys out. When you come back to edit, there's money. You know, we use DaVinci Resolve, which is like a Hollywood grading software. You know, one computer that we use to just edit that wedding. Yes, that laptop is very expensive. You know, you know. So, I mean, because I mean, maybe one of our cameras would be more expensive than all the piece of equipment that our competition has. You know, and my competition would charge this much. Like maybe the competition is charging 5,000, and then the cost of production for them is like 500.
So I'm going to charge 5,000 for real?
Yeah.
For a wedding?
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, we also do weddings for 5.
Really?
Yeah.
No ways, man. You lying.
I'm telling
5K?
you. Yeah.
And then Vanambara suit tonight, all those things directing for 5K?
Yeah. You know, but then now
Maginya would never. I can tell Maginya would never.
Yeah.
Yo.
Well, maybe not 5K. Yeah, maybe not 5K.
Yeah. You charged over 20K for a wedding. And then people were like happy to pay it.
Over 20.
Or just 20 itself.
Well, I really think I'm really blinded to those questions because I always think about the production cost, you know, to say, it sounds like it's a lot, but it's not a lot because, you know, just if I was to sum up, I mean, the time I was going to Zimbabwe, I was quite shocked.
Zimbabwe. Yeah. Zimbabwe. No, Zimbabwe, man. Sounds wrong. Zimbabwe. The way you say it. You will sure they're not our neighboring guys there.
And I saw all my comments, and then some other people were saying, Venda people, that's how we call it.
Like, bro, Zimbabwe, you know Zimbabwe.
You know the funny part
but I used to say Zimbabwe also.
The funny part which people always come at me is I always struggle to pronounce our province.
So you say Limpopo?
Yeah.
No ways, dude.
Limpopo.
It's good now with Muvhango.
Yeah.
This whole time, Jay. You're just wasting talent.
I mean, we didn't say Limpopo. I think I said it right now. Yeah. So I think I'm always blinded by the fact that, you know, the operating costs are very high. Like to really operate at the scale we're at is not, you know, you are paying licenses. I mean, how much do you think a music license costs?
I think it's like 2,000 something.
Yeah, I'm very knowledgeable. It's 5,000, 5.7.
I know the one for 2.5, something.
Yeah, I mean, we pay 5.7 for a music license for the music we use on weddings, you know. Yeah, and when you look at all this costs, the cost of just running, sometimes the truth is I personally fund the company with my own money. You know,
I think
like
that's what we should all do.
Eventually
things will work out.
Yeah, but I mean, at the scale we're at, you wouldn't think we still funding back into the business. You would think that I get paid, you know. But you know, there are months where if I don't pay back into the business, we might be in a little bit of trouble, you know. But it just becomes. But I understand that because we are still. We are the first ones to really do this thing the right way, and when you're starting a whole industry, you'll have that pushback to say, but Slate, why, but when the people become more knowledgeable, because people don't know, I sometimes have clients who are like, somebody shot my wedding, Slate, can you come fix this? And, you can't. You know what you said, aren't cameras overheating?
Exactly.
To buy a camera that doesn't overheat is money. And someone is going to come there, their camera overheats, your wedding is a mess, So the cost of production is very high,
how much are you paying for space, bro? Space is the most expensive thing also.
You mean,
it's like storage.
You mean recording? When we don't do online. Yeah, so we still using SSDs.
But then also those are expensive.
Yeah,
the West.
Today we're at a camera store. I wanted a 4 terabyte. They told me 9.7.
Yeah, makes sense. 500 gig, you get 1.2.
Yeah, 2000. And I shoot a wedding, and a wedding is like 1 terabyte. Now you can imagine if I shoot 4 weddings, someone 4 terabytes, 9.7. So there are all these costs that if you are doing things the right way, you'll have problems with space. Now, when you've got problems with space, you need to buy a hard drive. They tell you 17,000 for a hard drive.
Yeah.
And you find 17,000 is the cost of maybe 2 of your weddings. Then it means that whole wedding, you were doing it for free. Want a camera is 95,000. I'm not saying our cameras are 95. The cameras is 95,000. That's like what, 7 weddings? 10 weddings?
Yeah.
So you are really not you're not making a lot of profit, You just, but I understand that because there's an industry we want to begin, and
I was about to come to that also because with all this thing happening, what are you hoping for? Because you even bought it like a 100K drone.
No, that was a rented drone.
Rented? I thought it was yours.
No, that was from Limpopo Home Cinema.
Limpopo, yeah.
Yeah,
Limpopo, yeah.
Did I say it right?
Yeah, you did.
Oh my God. People must comment that you pronounced it right.
Yeah.
Because they always say
the 65K one was yours.
Yeah.
But then still the same question is here now. Or okay, Ngwarenga drone at 65K, you're not even breaking point even ka profit. So what's happening? What's your plan?
Well, we want to tell cinematic wedding films, and there's a certain quality, and the problem with quality is that I can't produce quality with passion. For me to produce a quality footage, I have to use a quality camera, a quality drone, so that's where we want to, that's how we envision ourselves. And when you want to get there will be, you'll come all with all the stepping stones, and that is just the cost of opening it up,
Yeah.
But you can imagine our drone is that much. Someone's drone is like 15K. They will. If I'm going the same place with them, we don't make much because then our operating cost. So that's why like right now, I'm not quite fussy about that because we are still educating people.
Yeah.
The moment people are educated, then they'll understand to say, you just said 70,000 to charge a wedding but 70 is a lot, But maybe it's worth it for the work we do,
Nah, I think so.
Yeah, but then now the client needs to be well educated to say, but if you're meeting 2 10,000s, 2 2,000s, you would see 70,000 or
yeah, for real, eh?
Yeah,
but then also before we get to your wedding that's coming up, let's speak about the allegations, man. There's cameramen and eating at weddings, and you never beat those ones. Also, you always eating, man. And you and that fear, hey, I'll have a running stomach and they think I could no shoot.
I have, I ate at some wedding.
Yet you never stop.
Sure. The reason we do it is because I can't even come out of a wedding to go buy food. I think if we had an option, I would opt to go buy food. But there's no way you can leave a wedding to go buy food. It's not practical. So at the heart of it, I would want to go there with my own lunchbox. But if you're going to be putting it in the car, it's going to be heating up. It's not, you can't work with that, So I think, more than anything, food at weddings is is not a luxury, but it's rather a need. I think one of the basic rules in filmmaking is you have to feed the crew. You can't expect someone to give you a proper project without eating. You know, no. Like if you like, even on Muvhango, I used to be surprised because in the morning when you get there, they give you breakfast proper, and then the first scene you are shooting, they are also giving you food. Like, these people, why?
That's why you were said to believe in.
Well, I mean, the food was good also.
Yeah.
You know, so they'll give you breakfast and they'll also give you lunch. If you go to film sets, they give their crew breakfast, they give them lunch. Because you cannot, because then, like for example, the cost of production in terms of, let's say for example, the cost to bring a filmmaking crew to your wedding was what, 5,000? I don't know. Let's say it was 5,000.
Yeah.
You can't afford to jeopardize that just because of food.
Oh yeah.
You know, but now when you look at a bigger scale crew, like your Hollywood films where they shoot with a camera that is 500,000. If you were to rent out that camera out, it's like 5,000 a day. That's just the camera. You'll find out to shoot a film one day, maybe a production is spending 23,000 per day just to shoot a film. Now imagine getting a below average work because your crew was hungry.
Oh yeah, I get it.
Yeah, I think 23 is little money.
Yeah.
Maybe 30 if you're shooting a film, maybe the production cost would be 30K per day. So food is just like a drop in the ocean.
Yeah, you wanted to tell us about the running stomach story.
Yeah, but I mean, also another thing. I mean, I've also been called to shoot in KZN. Like you can't. I mean, I wouldn't call people to KZN and have them shoot my wedding without eating when they are hungry. Because those guys will be compromised.
Even in Zim, what did you eat there?
I even forgot. But it was some nice traditional food, but it was nice.
Yeah, and then the running stomach story. What happened?
Radko shoot, it was a 2-day wedding, I think, yeah. So the first day, the second day it was bad.
Yeah.
Yo, it was so bad. I'm like to the team, yes, we need to just carry a lunch box here. But like I honestly, because it was bad and it was affecting my work, which was a big problem to say. And the good thing was during the blessing I was fine, and then after the blessing, it was bad. Yeah.
Because I was about to come to that also. Okay, now you have this running stomach. I mean, who's assisting you? Like how many people do you have in your team?
No, when it happened, at least it didn't happen during the blessing. But when we usually shoot, it's usually a crew of 4 to 3 people. You know,
Per wedding.
Yeah, we have a team of 4 people. That's if we're just doing the filmmaking. Yeah.
And then is that just the wedding kana your team in just I mean authentic Slate? You know what let's ask that question.
I think 6, 7. I think so, yeah.
Yeah, that's
I should have known the number.
Nah, you don't have to know, man. It shows you are they getting paid, these people?
Yeah.
Oh. Somebody badranga security company. Yeah, if you get what I mean. Because you're not making anything beside.
Yeah.
It must be stressful, right?
It is. But I mean, I think the greatest thing we have is the team. You know, I think we have one of the most amazing teams. You know, that
is it part of them?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, we've got an amazing team that understands the vision. I think the reason we are here is the team. You know, it's just that people get to see me, but it's the team. Like when I see what makes Authentic Slate production special is the team. More than anything, it's the team. It's just that, it's like when we say Authentic Slate, the face, you see my face, but we wouldn't be where we are without the team. Yeah, I think that's what pushes us every day. Yeah.
Okay, and then now, onto the biggest thing you're here, man. Obviously, the wedding that's coming up. Okay, to you guys, it's a wedding that has passed. To us, the wedding that's coming up. See? So, the wife, how did you guys meet?
Sure.
Yeah, I feel like you don't know. That's gonna be a
No.
problem.
I'm just remembering. I'm remembering the conversation because I asked her. I'm like, okay, baby, what must I say? How much must we say? So now I forgot.
Nah, she seemed free though when I spoke to her.
I didn't ask her that question. So now I have a problem with it.
Nah, it's just like, how did you guys meet? As simple as that.
How did we meet? But I don't want people to. I feel like the moment I say I don't want people to know her, people are just gonna, yeah, who is she?
People are gonna know. People know her already. Okay, they just don't know the name, but then they know the face now because it's all over TikTok. You give those vibes a lot. You're I don't wanna be known, but then you keep posting. That's what you are doing now. Like, I don't wanna be known by anyone. You will see my work, but then you are there in being part of your work.
How did we meet? We went to the same high school.
Oh.
Yeah, so we went to the same high school and
Homegrown advantage, yeah.
Yeah,
like
but I mean, we didn't speak in high school.
Oh.
Yeah, we used to just pass each other, you know. I just knew her. I don't think I even knew her name at the time. Yeah.
You're that ignorant.
Not ignorant. I mean, I went to Chivasa.
Yeah,
Chivasa was
sense.
Big.
Yeah, but then also she wasn't a celeb. You were.
Yeah, so for me it was normal for people to know me. You know, like the whole school knew me, but I mean, I didn't know I didn't know a lot, you know, but the whole school knew me. The whole school knew this is.
Yeah, they allowed.
Yeah.
And then after that, like everything happens, the relationship. I mean,
yeah.
How did you know she was the one? Because now that's the biggest question that people should always ask themselves before they like, okay, now I'm gonna marry.
Well,
what are the qualities you have that way you're like, nah, this is the one?
Okay. No, you know the part of we don't cut things out.
Yeah, and we're not gonna cut anything. People know everything, man, and you're gonna tell a story also. This is part of telling the story.
You know the part of we don't cut it out. I mean, at least let's have leeway to say. Yeah,
okay, I'll give you some leverage.
Yeah, I mean that. Yeah, so
not promising though. Yeah.
I mean, if you.
No, let's get to it.
Okay.
Yeah. How is he the one? Because I might need to know also if I get one or okay, is she the one?
But I think. I don't know how.
This man, no share with me. No go for. Are you doubtful? Now it's giving like I'm doubtful. It's either you answer or you're doubtful.
No. I mean, she's definitely the one. You know, I think. If you knew me closely, you'd really know that I'm in a happy space, you know.
Oh.
And I think largely because she's part of my life, you know. So the question of being the one on, I mean, she's definitely the one. She's the one. No number two. She's like, yeah, thank God for her every day. You know, she's quite a. If I was to design my partner, I would design something below her because I would feel that partner doesn't exist, you know.
Oh, yeah.
So she's more than, if I ever had a perfect partner or this is the partner I want for me, she's way beyond that, you know. So she's quite amazing. She's an amazing partner. I think for me, one of the big things about me is I'm close with my family. I'm close with both my parents. I think I'm one of those people who certain stuff that people would say we don't share with our parents, I do share with them,
Yeah, great.
I'm a big fan of reading books, and it also comes from that to say, and I love this analogy to say somebody lived 8 years and wrote a book. So 8 years worth of their life is in a book. Why would you wait to live your own 80 to get that information when you can just simply pick up the book and get the 8 years at 20 years, and that's the beauty. So now, for me, it's like, if one thing I know for sure is that, well, my family structure, the people close to me, my parents, they've got my best of interest at heart, and, the same thing happens when we pray, we pray and we trust in God because we know He's got our best interest at heart. So, I mean, funny enough, I spoke to my parents before I even went to her.
Oh.
Like it was so crazy. Like we had a conversation where I'm like, Dad, I think there's a young lady that I might be falling for, you know, and we had that conversation, and we said what we said. And then the moment I spoke to her, I knew when I spoke to her, my intentions were marriage, you know, so those were my intentions. And I think one big thing is that, because I'm Christian, one big thing is, you know, as the word of God says it, that do not be equally yoked with unbelievers, you know, do not be yoked with unbelievers. So I think one of the biggest thing for me is that someone must have a relationship with God, you know. I think one of the sometimes we interpret, like I think these days we have this whole, we've put Christianity as a thing, but I think at the heart of it, Christianity is just a relationship with God, you know. Do you have a relationship with God? So I think for me, that was another big thing. And my parents knew the family, so, you know, everything was aligned, you know. So, you know, I knew the beliefs I have are the same beliefs she has. So the tick of, you know, because there's that verse in Joshua, I forgot it, but there's a verse where, what did you do?
No, I was just trying to think, or if you ask me, I'm not going to say anything from Joshua. Not anything from Joshua. No ways.
There's that verse Joshua, you know.
I was like, hey, Joshua.
Yes. So that is one thing I had, you know, and I knew I had to have a wife that I will say that statement and then she'll say yes. You know, so I knew if I say that statement, she's going to say, yes, maybe we are going to serve the Lord. So, yeah, that was, so that was it. So I knew when I went to her, I knew that this is where I'm going. Hey, for me, I'm marrying you.
And then also, speaking of that, now I'm going for you and all that.
Yeah.
Now you told your dad, you told your family probably, they told you that you can go for, what then happens if you go there and then Anyana? What are you going to do? I can't imagine, eh?
No, I mean, I wouldn't have given up.
Oh, yeah.
You know? Yeah, I wouldn't have given up. I would pursue, you know? Yeah.
So there was really something in you for her.
Yeah. I would have, yeah.
Okay, and then...
But I think I knew somehow she liked me, you know what I'm saying?
So there's that, you're So now I'm going for this one. It's only the reason, man. Like, I don't know if I'm those right, I mean, so yeah, something like that. And then also now you came up with this massive wedding invitation that I've never seen anywhere. Like, who came up with that idea? I mean, like a video one, all those things. If it's not about internet, it's one. I always see these cards, and I mean, but we came up with that.
Yeah. So even before my wedding, at Authentic State Production, we do shoot cinematic wedding invites. So I think the idea is, how do we invite your guests with a touch of your story? Because, I mean, you know me, but you don't know. Sorry. Yeah. It sounds so unprofessional. But I'm just a guest, guys. I'm just a guest. I can do it. Yeah. No pressure. They told me no pressure. In the beginning, they said I can sit like this. I just declined.
I told you, man. You can be free. You know, when you're seated comfortably, you speak freely also. That's why I normally sit like this sometimes. But then it's not a meeting when there's a guest. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, so, you were saying?
I know what I was saying.
The wedding invite. The video
yes. So, yeah. Another big thing we do at Authentic Slate is cinematic wedding invites, which is like, how do we invite your guests with a piece of the story? You know, because then during the wedding, it's a celebration. But what are we celebrating? You know, let's give a bit of the guest a touch of the story. You know, I mean, I'm sure the wedding would have been done by now. So I think, I mean, we can watch it and, you know, you'll just show it on the screen. Yeah. So I think just slot it on your notes somewhere there that as we are doing, I'll show you that it's like 3 minutes. We'll just show the video. I mean, I don't know. I'm not.
We can start with it also at the beginning.
I think now would be a good time because this is the section we're talking about it.
Okay, makes sense.
Yeah. So I mean, whenever you want it, you can just give me a sign and then he'll come with the video.
I just need it now because I'm gonna start editing as soon as we're done.
No, I mean,
if it's done.
But right now, I'd want you to also see it, like right now.
Oh yeah.
So you can see it and then So
now you can bring the iPad.
No, but maybe what you can do there, can you go on the video and just send it to the iPad So just airdrop it to the iPad, and then you can bring the iPad. Yeah. So
You can airdrop it to this side, DJ.
okay. Yeah. So he'll tell you when he's ready to airdrop.
Yeah.
So how do we invite your guests with a piece of the story? That's when the wedding. So what other people do is they'll write you on the wedding website. They'll be writing you, we met here. There's
websites also now.
Yeah. So now we shoot that video, and people get to see the love they're coming to celebrate. And
And then like the cost, how is it? Because you seem to be this person and they're so invested catching night. So I was trying to think of the cost that's the drone. I think you're also using the drone, right?
Yeah.
And then the venue also, all those things.
Yeah. I mean, you pay for those things, so you'd most probably pay for renting out the venue, maybe not renting out.
Yeah.
I mean, we paid for the picnic setting, we paid for the boat ride. I think that's all we paid for. We paid for the picnic and the boat rides. And you also had to pay for the cameras we were using, the crew we were using. So and
then where's the wedding happening?
The wedding is happening at Daman.
Right?
It happened at Daman.
Damani.
Yeah.
Damani, where's that?
Kuvi. You see Kuvi? Yeah, there's a beautiful wedding venue that just opened up there.
Oh.
Yeah. So that's where we had our wedding. I think, I mean, by now they'll be seeing it when the wedding is done. I had the most beautiful wedding.
This guy. But then guys.
By the way, the wedding is...
I didn't go, but I saw the videos. I was there, visually. And then also, speaking of that, being there, I saw you selling tickets. That's an interesting one. Eh? I've never seen such.
I mean, we got a lot of people saying, can we come? Can we come? Can we come? Like the demand was very high. Can we come? And then... I mean, we had a certain guest list we wanted to say, we want this amount of people.
How many people did you need at first?
350.
That's a lot.
No. We needed 200 at the time.
That's still a lot. But
but then people just came up pouring, and then we took it to 350. And now it's like, I mean, if you want to come celebrate the wedding, it's only fair to say you will cover wherever you're going to sit, and then you'll cover your food.
Yeah,
so
makes sense.
That's where the tickets are coming. It's not... The tickets are just there so that someone can cover their whole chair.
Now it makes sense.
Yeah.
So now to me it was like, we're just paying to go see.
No. Because you need to have a table. I mean, I need to pay the wedding planner for you to sit there.
Yeah.
And by the way, we got the best wedding planner, Blessed Bridal. They're quite amazing work.
This side or Witbank and Venda. You never know.
They're in Venda. But I do know they travel, but they're in Venda. Yeah. Amazing work. I mean, the time I saw their work, I'm like, this is it. I'm
definitely going for these ones.
Baby, this is it. I mean, if it's not Blessed Bridal, don't know who it is. Yeah, so, I mean, we need to pay for the chair, and we need to pay for your food, your plate. So that's where it comes in.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then how much are the tickets going for?
The tickets are for the different tables. So just
there's VIP and then
there's like tables that are going to be somewhere in the front and all that. So the standard the standard price is 350. That is, you get a chair, you also get your meal, and then we have another ticket that's 500. You'll be much more closer, and then you will also get to interact. So for the general, I'll also not be able to interact with obviously everyone, but for the 500, we'll also get to interact. We'll also get to shoot pictures. I mean, one thing special, but now you're watching the video. We have to watch it together.
You know the video.
Yeah, but I mean, so that we are all focused on it. So is this the moment we watch it?
No, this is not the one. Let's continue. I'll watch it with you.
Okay, so I mean, something special that we are doing on our wedding, we are also launching it, is that we'll be having we don't know what the name to call it, but we'll be having, let me call it a live.
Or sort of like a virtual wedding.
No. We're gonna be having a live booth. I'm just naming it. We might change the name. We didn't think with the name. So we'll be having a photo booth where you'll be getting your pictures same time. So you stand there, you get your picture same time. I mean, so as a guest, I mean, you love how you dress. You just stand there, get a picture right same time. So it's like instant photographs from the photographer on the day. Yeah. So we've got a lot of stuff we are launching. I mean, my wedding will be the first wedding to be shot with 7 cameras. Yeah. So we got 7 cameras coming. We're going to be having 2 photographers. The live booth is going to be there. And
So Slate is going to be doing all that, the production, wedding. All the guys are part
Uniplex. Yeah. So I've got Uniplex. I also have Limpopo Home Cinema. Yeah. So
I'm sure they'll do as you wish.
Yeah. I mean, at the forefront it's Slate. It's my guys. I trust the team.
Oh, if that's the case, then
no. I trust the team. No. I trust the team. Like, I'm happy. Like, I don't have that. I mean, one thing I'm gonna do is when my bride is walking down, I'm gonna be operating the camera myself.
This guy, but rest, bro. Let people do the thing for you.
Like, I think the biggest one thing I'm looking forward to is that I want to shoot my queen. I want to shoot my lady. Like, that's very close to my heart. To say, I shoot a lot of brides. I want to shoot my own bride, you know. But I'm just gonna be shooting her coming in. And when we do our vows, I mean, the guys will take over. Okay. I'm not going to be doing anything, but her coming to me, I'm doing that. Yeah. So
okay, and then now on to the biggest one. I see all this one, the weddings. I mean, are you ready for marriage? Because I feel like, hey, I know you are of my age, but then I'm like,
how old are you?
No, your age. How old are you?
I'm 27.
Oh, okay. I'm 27. Okay. I almost said I'm 28. No, I'm 27.
Yeah, I'm 27.
Are you ready for marriage? Not the wedding itself, just the marriage.
I am. I think. I mean, one thing I really learned in this whole journey was, it depends on whose standards a man is. You know, according to God's standard, you are ready to be a man when you can lead your family with godly principles. You know, I mean, the Word of God says, the woman must be submissive. And then I think it's Ephesians. Maybe you must put the verse here. Yeah. There's that verse that says, men, love your wives as how Christ loved the church. You know, and Christ loved the church that he gave his life for the church. And you know, when you look at God's love for us, that's how the Word of God says we must love our wives. And you know, Jesus Christ led, you know, everyone, his disciples, everyone, he led us to God, you know. So if you can lead your family, your wife, to God, and you know, run your family with godly principles, you are ready to be a man. You know, you are ready to be a man because you are leading with godly principles. But now, today we have put standards to it to say you are ready to be a man when you are financially fit, when you can, you know. But a lot about it is about money, you know. And one would say, I mean, one thing for sure is that as a man you need to provide, you know. And now one would feel that I can't provide because I can't provide a Maserati. But, you know, the whole provision thing doesn't have...
Is that what she wants?
My wife.
The Maserati.
My wife is the most... Man, that woman is so amazing. I think one thing about me is I love things. I love nice things. Like, I love things, and I think we balance each other with my partner because she's not into things. So sometimes... she's like, baby, but we don't afford this. What are we doing? And you know, it's those moments where if I was there, I would say, I would be getting something. I'm like, no, let's get it. We don't afford it.
I think that's every wife, eh? Yeah. Okay, the majority of wives, they do that. Like, we can't afford this.
Yeah. So
is that a sign of a good wife to you? Kind of the ones that there to like ref you. No, you can't do this now.
I mean, it's good for the family.
Okay.
You know, I mean, if we as a family can't afford something. And, you know, the wife is like, no, baby, we don't afford this. It's okay. You know, because I think at the heart of every man, you want to make your woman happy. You know, you would do everything for the person you love. You know, and sometimes we would get into certain debts, which is not right because you really love someone. And to have someone who knows you love them so much and they say, we don't, you know, that helps build the family. I mean, that as a presenter, I'm not going to learn, you know. I'm not going to learn.
No, man, leave me alone, man. Yeah, and then, you seem to be ready and all that.
Yeah.
But then I feel like Nukamesa, you speak of Christianity this, Christianity that, and all that. That's what you're referring, which is a good thing too. Now I want to ask you, Uri, is it something that you saw from your dad also because you mentioned that Uri is a pastor and all that? So do you think he played a role in that?
Yeah,
Also?
I mean, he played a big role. I think my dad loves God, you know? Yeah, so... yeah, he's a pastor, yeah.
So is he going to bless you?
No, someone
her
else.
Pastor must.
Yeah, her pastor must. So her pastor will bless us. But yeah, I mean, I've also seen Love at Home, you know, and I think at the heart of it, I think what's deep into me is that I really want to lead my family the way God wants man to lead his family. And, you know, that's what's important, you know. The problem is, I mean, the word of God says, seek ye the kingdom of God and everything else will follow.
Yeah.
The problem is here in this generation, God is not first, you know.
Yeah.
I mean,
comes after you get whatever you want.
Yeah. I mean, I thought I wasn't ready for marriage. I mean, I thought you needed this and that. I mean, I'm like, in my mind, I'm like, I'm not ready for marriage. My things are not set. You know, my life is not set. There's a lot I still need to do. And I haven't figured it out. And I realized that I don't need to figure it out alone. You know, we can figure it out with my wife, you know.
Yeah.
I don't have to have it all perfect, you know.
Yeah.
We just need to, you know, she doesn't need to, you know, we'll build a family. She doesn't have to come with a family belt.
Yeah.
We will build that family together, you know. And and I think, I would strongly say marriage is the way to go. Okay,
so before we go to the questions there, to see if you know her actually, let's watch that video that you were speaking about. Are you going to narrate it?
Is the volume up?
I'm about to find out.
Okay, and also okay.
Wait, what? There's copyright?
No. I mean, we can show it. Okay. Yeah, I mean.
Oh, you can see, ne?
Yeah.
Yeah, I knew.
Oh, that's beautiful.
It's like a 3-minute thing, guys. Just watch it and then.
Oh my God, look at you. Oh my God.
Oh, she cries.
Yeah, she's a crier.
Okay, that's where we hit the thing, the copyright. Oh.
Who would have thought that young beautiful girl I used to see in high school, I didn't know her name, but every time we meet, I'd smile at her, would become my wife.
After so many years, we'll be here today. Thank you for everything.
As long as we are honeymoon, eh?
I met you. I couldn't have believed that our life would blossom into what it is become today. With you in my life, I find myself smiling more, laughing more, and caring more. You complete me in every single way, every day. I realize how lucky I am to have found the love of my life. I never end. Always remember you are my Philippians chapter 1 verse 3. Every time I think about you, I thank God for you.
Oh, you all eat sushi?
Yeah.
That's nice.
You know, since I met you, you've given me one wish. Just to spend my life with me. And to also make you my wife. Can't imagine how my life would be without you. You're the best thing that has ever happened to my life.
You're my answered prayers, from being my high school crush to finally becoming my forever. I love you, my love.
I want a tissue, Basa.
Look at the shop, man. Look at that. We're making magic.
This is the one I saw, yeah.
Please come celebrate with us on the 28th of June.
2025, we cannot wait to see you there. A beautiful smile, huh? You know what are we doing?
Hey, this is nice, man. Oh, she's happy, man. Seems like you always have.
Don't you have that machine where you press somewhere? Pop, 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 pop. Pop, pop, pop,
You feel like it deserves that.
pop, 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 pop.
Yo. That's nice. Man. Marangani show na also nyana fana.
It was just an emotional. I think it was just an emotional moment. Yeah.
Yeah, the lights are out. Let's do the game now. Let's see if you know it for real. So yeah, what? Don't give me that look, man.
Well, okay.
So
Well, you know, on our counseling, for example, the pastor asked us some questions like,
Yeah.
"What is your favorite food?" But I didn't know.
yeah,
Yeah.
call me Pastor too.
My wife said, my fiance said,
What's her
"Pap."
name again? I'll be no. I think I'll get her. Yeah, she is. I was looking for a name.
Over the questions.
Yeah. So okay, let's see if you know your wife.
Yeah.
Because you keep on saying, "Yeah, I'm ready, I'm ready, I'm ready."
But
Do you even
at
know
the
what she
time we
likes?
shoot this, she's my fiance.
Yeah, but then she's your wife now that it's out.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay, fiance for those ones that are watching it now. I don't know how, but then for those ones that are watching it in July, yeah, that's the wife, man. The one you married.
Yeah,
How was the wedding?
It was beautiful.
Yeah, so let's start here. What's your favorite color? It's an
Black.
easy one. Really?
Yeah.
Okay, let me see if she said that.
Yeah. She has to say black unless she's got.
Is that why the theme is all black?
Yeah. She said it. She wanted all black.
Okay.
I'm like, baby, what are the things about that? The gala dinner vibes, baby.
Yeah, she'll give that, man.
Oh, yeah, but
Then-
we're doing black.
A favorite movie?
Hmm?
A favorite movie? I'll give you a hint. It's an action movie.
Yeah, she loves action.
Yeah. Now the name of the movie.
It's not Mission Impossible. I said we'll watch Mission Impossible.
So that one's out, ne?
I don't know why. Mission Impossible.
Are you asking or are you telling me, bro? I need an answer.
Oh, well, I'm gonna say Mission Impossible.
Okay, we pass. And then
What did she say?
I'll give you the answers
Oh,
after.
okay.
I'll let you know if you missed any.
Okay.
And then dream honeymoon vacation. Where does you want to go?
Mpumalanga.
You guys are you married? Are you married on a low budget? Why? Pumalanga? Or you wants to go to Witbank with you?
No, I genuinely think South Africa has beautiful places.
Yeah.
South, like
You
know.
love vegetation, right?
Come again?
You love vegetation too? Because I saw that with the video as well.
Mm,
There's more vegetation than you.
yeah, I
guys.
mean, it looks beautiful. Nature looks beautiful, but I went to I'm not even Zimbabwe.
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 Yeah.
I went to Zimbabwe. And then went to Zimbabwe. And then when I was there, I mean, they were telling me about some tourist attraction centers. And I realized that, we didn't go to a lot of tourist attraction areas, but I realized that we've got all these things in SA. So the first thing we want to do is finish the whole of SA, and then we can go out and explore. Because then, it's bungee jumping everywhere,
Yeah.
Yeah, but there are so many. Some people fly to Mpumalanga to see the places there. So
The Kenyan, all those things.
yeah, so I think we just want to. Yeah, we'll go to all these places, but I think the first one is Mpumalanga.
Okay, and then your favorite food?
I should have gotten that right because you asked the follow up. My
Hopefully,
favorite
eh?
food,
Or the type of food she likes.
meat.
Okay, we passed, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then her pet peeve.
Huh?
A pet peeve.
Huh?
A pet peeve. Something that she can't stand. That's a pet peeve.
A pet peeve.
Yeah.
Something she
It's
can't
something
stand.
that she can't stand at all.
I mean,
Something she doesn't like.
we didn't even know what pet peeve means.
Okay, something that she doesn't like.
Something she doesn't like.
Yeah.
Sure.
Something she can't stand at all. Like it's gross to her.
Aye. Sure. Even if she answered, I think she answered because you wanted an answer.
Nah. No, she actually knew it. The way she said it. And also the answer. It's a simple thing.
It's a simple thing.
Yeah.
What is it?
Actually, you're supposed to tell me.
Pet peeve. Maybe
Yeah.
tell me what it starts with. At least give me that hint. For this one, just this one. What does it start
I'll
with?
give you a hint on the next one. I don't know how to say. Okay, it starts with an L and an M.
An L and an M.
Because it's two words.
An L?
And an M. It's two words. L and M. More like Lionel Messi. Something like that.
I haven't thought of Wavia, but I know that's a V. L and M.
Yeah. So it's two words.
I don't know. It's so
I can't stand a
confusing.
corrupted audio.
You can stand.
So it's like C and an A. That's me.
She can stand. I don't know.
Okay, we pass. And then hey, go to Bible verse. You are Christian, so let's see if she does share all these things with you.
She's maybe the Proverbs woman. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay, we pass. And then
That one is wrong.
and then the last one now.
Yeah.
Okay, how many kids does she want? The number of kids she needs. Right. This one you should know. You should have discussed it. You haven't? Well,
no,
now I
we
know.
said we'll talk about it on our honeymoon when we are married.
Well, now I know before you. So whatever is happening in the honeymoon, I probably know. Nah, man, just
Three?
a number. Eh?
3?
Okay. And then-
Maybe 2, but I'm going to say 3.
okay. So you got Black, you got Mission Impossible, you got Mpumalanga. She said Mpumalanga or Cape Town. And then the favorite is like junk food, anything junk. Your burgers, all those things. So meat is
Yeah,
out.
she always says that.
Yeah, and then she doesn't love music, bruh.
She
Loud
doesn't?
music. Loud music.
Oh, really?
Yeah, so keep it on the low.
Oh.
Unless near honeymoon, you know.
Loud music.
You might need the sound.
Who would guess LM? Who would guess LM for loud music?
Yeah, husband.
Oh, well. Wow.
Yeah, and then
Wow.
and then obviously the verse is Proverbs 14 and then
Yeah.
3 kids. That's it, man. Simple as that. So
I
before
think I did good.
yeah, that was a good one. Yeah, you can
Oh
marry
my
her
God.
now. Yeah, so anything you want us to know about Slate, the wedding, marriage before we end it? Because I think this is where I end. That's why the water has finished also.
For how long have we been talking?
An hour and 30, probably.
Oh,
yeah.
real?
Not even
Sheesh.
Muvhango could go that far. Eh?
Sheesh, hectic. Oh, it feels so short. Wow, that's hectic. The question is,
Anything you want people to know about your Slate, anything people who might want to book you, how can they book you, all those things?
well, I mean, you simply go to our WhatsApp and then and then my assistant will help you out. Yeah, and I think something I want people to know is that it's just a verse I was recently reading, 1 Timothy. I forgot what it says. Maybe you also put it down here.
Yeah.
But it speaks to the youth to say, youth, don't be discouraged and don't let anyone speak you down. Be the change you want to see. Whatever you see in the world that has to be changed, you can change it. And it's more in the whatever we see on social media that is ungodlike, which we would want to change, let's change it. I think that's why I'm quite passionate about the podcast that's coming.
Yeah, the Christianity one.
Yeah, because then now, we're giving it a kick of that. Because I think you log in now, you don't get that, So I think. I think one of the other things that's close to my heart is what is it like? Like just Jesus loves us, and
true.
I think at the heart of it, because I feel like we have this whole perception that as if you're a Christian, you need to be perfect, and I think the biggest thing which you also find in the Word of God is you need to have the desire to be like Him. Like the moment you have the desire to say, God, I want to be like you, I want to serve you, that is right. And it's human nature to say you would want that, but sometimes we fail. But that's where the grace of God catches us, because by His grace we are made whole. Me and you, when we got saved, I'm just assuming you're saved.
Yeah, I am.
Yeah, beautiful. Yeah, me and you, when we got saved, we didn't get saved because we deserved it, or we were so perfect that God had to save us. But it was by His grace that He saved us, and by His grace that we are made worthy to be called His kids. So I think at the heart of it, just the desire to say, God, I want to make you happy. I want to live a godly way, And I mean, sometimes you'll slip, but you get up again and you still pursue Him. And when your heart is in pursuit of Him, that is it. Yeah, I think
I think I'm going to have a good mentee in the podcast. You're going to do it, man. Trust you. Yeah, so Mulondo, thanks a lot for coming, man. When last did a person call you that, Mulondo?
Well, my wife calls me that when she's joking. I don't know why she does it. She should jokingly call me that.
Yeah, it's a good one, man. Yeah. Anyways, thanks a lot for coming, and all the best with your wedding and all that. And then for those who are watching now, the wedding was very good.
Okay, give me a review of this podcast. Just an honest review.
Now?
Yeah.
How would I give it? No, let's not do it now.
No,
off
no, no.
camera. No, don't worry. Off camera. I
Why?
always give honest reviews. Don't
No,
worry,
let's
man.
have it here.
Guys,
we don't cut anything.
No, wait.
No,
We're out
we
of
don't-
time. The light is out.
Which light?
This one.
This light has been going on and off.
Yeah, that's what it does when time is out.
No,
No,
but let's have this review.
Anaya. Now you're giving those guys who are like, hey, Areba selling with Danda.
No, I think that's.
No, it was a
that's
good one,
fair
trust
to-
me.
No, but I need that honest, candid feedback.
Yeah, it was a good one.
No, I need
Trust me.
honest.
I'll give you the detailed one when we're done. But it was a good one. Guys, we're coming at you live from Panda Studios.
No, wait. So you're not gonna say it?
Not on camera.
Say it with your chest.
I
Come
thought it was
on.
good, bruh.
No, but I mean the detailed feedback.
Oh, it was good one here and
That's
there. You look
sugar-coated.
shy.
Okay, let me close it.
You're trying to do PR. You're not closing anything. You'll close yours.
Huh?
You're not closing anything.
Yeah, I'm closing it.
Okay, close it and then I'm done.
Okay,
Arigato,
we coming live. We were live from Panda Studios. Do you rent out the space?
Yeah.
If you wanna rent out the space, you can rent it out. How much?
Oh, well, you didn't tell us the wedding packages.
Eh?
Don't worry. They should contact Maginia for that.
Oh, so you want? I'm gonna have my wedding package. Like,
No,
we're
I'm just saying, you didn't give us any figure. Now you want figures from here. Maginia.
we're closing it now.
Yeah.
Okay, so if you wanna rent out the studios, yeah, shout out to Panda Studios. I think in terms of the filmmaking space, I think they are one of the guys who are really pushing our industry. You know,
Yeah.
I think I was telling Wanga that in the morning before I came here, I saw the podcast he does, and he also does it here. And I think shout out to them. I think to be able to can have a space like this where we can have conversations like this, I think what they're doing is quite big. You look at the cameras we are using here. I mean, you can see. I mean, I look beautiful, but I mean, even off camera, I do look this.
Not a peg here, right?
Yeah, I'm gonna be having a ring by the time this comes out. But yeah. So, which one is the white camera?
That's the white camera.
From Panda Studios.
It's whatever Guiana.
From Panda Studios, this is it.
You know the mic is behind you, right? Okay, I think we're gonna have 10 minutes for an outro here. So, guys, this episode was brought to you by MR21. MR21, true respect. Do you still need to say anything?
What do MR21 do?
I just said it in the beginning. You'll find out.
You said what do they do?
Funerals.
They do funerals.
Funerals.
Oh, okay.
It's the list of the things we all expect.
Oh, MR21, they do funerals. Yeah. Okay. I think I've seen them in Venda. They're also quite big. Yeah.
Yeah, that's
We've closed it, ne?
Wanga, come on, it's
Yeah,
here. We're not
so-
gonna leave here.
It's closed. The cameras are off.